name is Prerna. We are from Careers 360. What's your name?
Ayush.
Okay.
And I'm Soumya.
Okay, how was the exam?
It was very much in lines with like the past year exam 2022. Like 2022, a pattern was changed, but it was a bit difficult last year. So similarly, this year also it was the same. The trend was same otherwise, but I'll say that VA was the most easiest section for this particular zone.
And what are you?
According to me, like VA was very easy. In LRDI, there was two. I was able to attempt 2 sets, and in QA, I was able to just do 2 questions, as it was my first attempt and I didn't study at all. Yeah.
So, any changes in the exam pattern that you would like to tell us from last year?
There wasn't any change in the exam pattern, I'll say, but definitely the way the questions were given, I'll say, like mean median mode concept was introduced maybe after a lot of time in CAT and all that, but very much similar to past year papers.
So, any changes in the length of the question to make it difficult for you to answer? Like,
Definitely, in quants we see that the questions were very lengthy. It wasn't that you like just add go to a formula and go. There were mixing of various concepts in a particular thing, right? So like AP and GP were given in time, speed and distance and something. So these were the particular changes or maybe mixtures that were created that were a bit different.
Yeah. I agree with that.
okay. And any glitches in the question paper?
Not as such for me.
Okay. Any tips you would like to give to the students who are preparing for next year?
Just go through past year papers and give as many mocks as you can.
Yeah, like for the students, I could see many people were stressed because they came late. So be on time. Also, the paper isn't that difficult even if you don't study. Like you can easily attempt VA questions and LRDI. So yeah, like don't be in a stress and आराम से दो तो आराम से हो जाएगा.
Since you have talked about stress, so I have also like taken interviews and people were like we were stressed and then we managed it. So were you stressed and were you able to manage it?
I had my brother to manage my stress. He was stress free all the time.
Okay. So any tips you would like to the students to like remove like stress या थोड़ा बहुत कम stress हो exam के time पे?
Just give as many mocks. That is the best thing. The more mocks you give, the more realization you have as to what areas you are like it's strong in, and you can attempt those areas in the exam, because it is a competitive exam. You cannot attempt the complete paper.
Yeah.
You just need to find out the part where you are strong and you need to attempt.
Thank you. What's your name?
My name is Priyansh Gupta.
Okay. So how was the difficulty level of the exam?
Moderate to difficult, I can say. टीटा क्वेश्चन बहुत ज़्यादा थे, मतलब 8 तो टीटा क्वेश्चन थे. इन कॉन्ट और एलआरडीआई में एक ही सेट हो पाया और वर्बल में मतलब वर्बल वाज ओके.
So were you able to do the questions in the given time slot?
Can say or cannot, maybe.
Any tips you would like to give to the students who are preparing for next year, as you are also preparing? So you must have got an idea about how to prepare for next year. So you must have got some analysis. So we want that from you.
Basically, we should work on more TETA questions. There were many. Out of 20, there were 8 TETA questions only. So more कौन पे ज़्यादा focus करें. तो verbal और LRDI में भी ठीक था, वो doable था.
Were there any changes in the exam pattern from the last year?
No.
Any glitches in the question paper?
No.
Thank you all. What's your name?
My name is Anurag.
Okay. How was the exam?
The exam was the level were moderate to difficult, not very easy. It was a bit like the LRDI said was on a bit difficult side. The quant was also. It was not like before like CAT 2022. It was a bit higher notch than what we expected in CAT 2022.
Okay. Yeah. So were there any changes from the last year?
No, there was not much changes. I mean, if we talk about the VARC, the last year we had the para completion. Now we have they have 3 things which have been included, that para completion, and then we have the odd one out, which was not there in last year. It is right now. And in LRDI section, the same thing happened. The same type of question, the same the schedule based sets and the matrix puzzles, and they were logical puzzles. There were no DI sets, I would say. Yeah.
So were you able to manage to do the questions in the given time?
Yeah, I was able to do, but I think if I felt difficult, then I think for almost all of them it was a difficult side, because I had a chat with my friends and they said, yeah, it was a bit difficult, but what we expected. So yeah, it's a percentile game, so we expect that it has to be that game.
Okay, how much percentile are you expecting?
Well, I would say in between 90 to 95, not more than that, because in RC I little bit panicked in between. So it took a lot of time to just hold my nerves, and then I got back to my exam. Yeah.
Any tips you would like to give to the students who are preparing for next year?
I would say if you are preparing, then build on your basics, and then don't run behind the previous year questions. Just try new questions. Give as many new questions. Try. You should attempt more and more new questions because it's all about logical thinking and how you build your concept. It's not about like we do 10 or 20 questions, 100 questions. You have to do at least 4,000, 5,000 questions in stock. Then you will be able to like manage to get these questions on the track.
So it's about quality over quantity.
Exactly. You have to like quantity is there. If there is quantity, then you can build the quality.
Yeah.
It's like that. If you more and more questions, if you practice new types of questions, not the repeated questions. So yeah, that's how you can build your own logical and your critical reasoning power.
Thank you. All the best for your result.